How do you think it went out there for you today?
I felt really good about it. I hit a bunch of my goals, and after not being able to finish the season, it was just great for me to be out here and be healthy. So super happy about how everything went. Really glad about how everybody performed. I thought Tyler, Neal, Sampson, and Lopa did a great job. It was fun to be out there with them and do all the stuff with them. They're great guys, and we had a great time. So I was just happy with how the day went, and grateful to BYU for always making it special.
Such a small group, just the five of you, really. What's that? Because you've seen a lot of the pro days where there's a lot of guys last year, for example, and yet having a small group, good or bad or both?
A little bit of both. You don't necessarily have as much time as you would in between things, but at the end of the day, you're doing the same stuff, so you got to make it work either way. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really focused, and BYU does a great job putting it on and having it be a cool atmosphere, having family here. So just was a whole lot of fun, and I'm glad that we were able to do it.
We've seen a variety of projections for you getting drafted, undrafted free agent. Do you pay attention to any of that stuff and try to block that out and just whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, I mean, right now none of that stuff really matters to me and what I'm doing. I'm going to work as hard as I can either way. So whatever comes, I'll be ready for it, and I'm ready to go.
What skill sets do you feel make you NFL ready?
Man, I think, I was talking to my buddy Brady, and he was talking about how the NFL happens, and he's like, man, it's so different at first, but then you catch up to the speed and you catch up to how everybody plays. The style's a little different, and so I don't really know if you can be super ready. I mean, you can do your very best to be ready with the technique and have your body in shape and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, you got to go play football. And so, I'm confident in the fact that, I'm healthy, strong, ready to go, and, I have the tools in my toolbox to be a good football player, and I need to get to that next level, and, I'm just enjoying the process every day.
You played center, obviously, here. Do you think you can play anywhere on the line in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously only played center here at BYU, but I feel confident in my ability to do whatever the team needs.
You played about 200 million snaps, I think, in your career here at BYU, give or take. What do you feel like you said today through this workout that maybe kind of all of that film about your career didn't necessarily say?
Yeah, well, it kind of goes back to my first point. I think the biggest thing for me today was to just prove to everybody that I'm healthy and 100% and ready to go after not being able to finish the season. So lots of people, helped me recover, and I was able to, get back to 100%, and I feel great, and I think that was the most important thing.
Did that injury slow your getting back into your rehab and getting pro?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was a timeline I had to follow to make sure that I was healthy before I could get back to training. But the people around me were able to help me, do as much as I could, and I was able to transition, seamlessly once I was at that time where, like, hey, you're good to go, green light, go ahead, and yeah, feel great, feel healthy, feel awesome.
When you talked about reaching your goals, is there one in particular that you're really happy with?
Oh, just all of them. Just being out here having a good time. I felt good about my times for what I've been doing and the work that I put in. So I'm happy in general over everything.
From the time you were recruited to come to BYU till today, BYU's been a big part of things, whether it's the recruitment process and playing, and now pro day. What's it like to kind of get to this point where it's like, okay, now I'm moving on? Because in that sense, as far as football-wise, this is kind of the last day.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, BYU has just played a huge part in my life so far, and I feel like we've always done things the right way, and just the people here are what make BYU so special, amongst other things, but the people are what had the biggest impact on me, so I'm just super grateful for BYU, the entire experience, and for making today great, and for always, taking care of us.
I saw you reach out and help up Tyler. That's something I saw you do on the field. It doesn't, get his own lineman. Kind of one of those things where you never know how, with these guys, and you're all hoping to get that chance. But one last time with the boys, that's got to be fun.
It was a good time, and it was fun to see all the guys out here supporting us. There's no shortage of support here, and it really is like a family.
What questions have some of the scouts maybe had today in this pre-pro day process? What were some of the questions that they had for you?
You'd have to ask them what their biggest concerns are and what their questions were. I'm not sure. I was just glad that I was able to come out and compete and just prove that I'm healthy and have a great time. This was an awesome experience.
You're a guy that served a mission, and sometimes guys that serve missions a little bit older, and there's a narrative about that. Do you feel like that makes you more mature and ready to step in and go into a camp and compete right away?
I would say so. I mean, the mission experience is something that's super cool to go on, and it's a place where you grow a lot as a person and get to learn new things. And I don't know if I'd be any ready than any other guy, but I feel confident in the fact that I'm ready to go.
Do you feel like the BYU offensive line? There's you mentioned Brady. He's in with the Panthers. You this year. Do you feel like this could be a position group that in the future years has a chance to kind of be a pipeline to the NFL?
Oh, I definitely think so. I mean, you look at the guys we have, and I think they have as good a shot as anybody to making it to the next level. And so, all those guys really, I could go off and name them all, but you know who they are, and excited about them in the future for sure.
Like the shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, the boys, man.
Pretty smart.
You gotta have the boys in there.